Here. Now let's have a look at these boys. First up, let's have a look at this young bloke. Now Jamie Lyon's kicking for goal here, but the young bloke gets in the way of the camera crew here down at Cogra. Let's have another look at it. There he is, getting pulled away by the camera of the Fox crew. Now what about this kid? He's been given about $1,000 to go and buy something. He decides to eat the money. He must have too much of it there. He's eating away, eating all the money. Now here's another beauty. What about this? Hopper Wadi's back. Hopper's back at Manly. Some great stuff there from the boys on the bench. What about the hit here on Gardner from It is a beauty. Have a look at it. Completely legal. Bang. Down he goes. Now people say how strong Greg Inglis is. Have a look at this. McCulloch straight over the top. Let's have a look at it again. Inglis with McCulloch straight over the top. Now, we got a couple of referees in a bit of trouble. Here's Adam Devcich, just gets run over the top of by, I think it's the young centre there from the Dragons, just goes straight into him. And Brett Sator cops one. Well, lucky. He copped it in the ribs. He was very, very lucky. Now, a little bit of fancy footwork from last week. We really enjoyed this. Let's have a look at the first piece of fancy footwork. Here's Mario falling over at Penrith. There he is. Let's have another look at that. Mario, see you, buddy. Down he goes, Mario in the crowd. Now, Blake Ferguson's been on the show before. He can dance, and here he goes again, celebrating another Raiders victory. He goes good. Now, Yasali, the winger for Penrith, he's going beautifully as well. I don't know what that dance is called, but he does it good. Now, what about the Brisbane Roar? Look at this old bloke. Who does he think he is? Look at him in the background there, doing the bossa nova or what it is. Danny Cipriani here from the Rebels has a bit of a dance. Now, this isn't really a dance, but Adam Ashley Cooper, have a look at him. Bang. Right over the top he goes. Adam Ashley Cooper over the top. Now, the next one is a dive of monumentous proportions. Look at this bloke playing for a Chinese side. Down he goes. He is kidding himself. Now, speaking of dives, let's have a look at some of the great dives from overseas. Now, this has happened in the last few weeks in the basketball. Let's start with this one. The first one, this bloke goes to throw the ball, hits him on the head. What about the bloke? Bang. Down he goes. Have another look at it. Delayed reaction there from Champion. Now, the trampolining. This kid's good at this. Watch him. Maybe not that good. Up he goes, misses it completely. Now here's a cat. Somehow a cat got on the court here in a basketball game during the week. Now it's got some fancy footwork. There's a dog chasing it here. Eventually you'll see this dog. Here it is. Once again, the dog can't get it. Now Minnie, we saw him before on his wedding day. He looked beautiful. He's had some wonderful celebrations in his past. There he is over there. He looks fantastic. Minnie sitting on the panel there. But this one just went a little bit skew-whiff last year. Let's have a look at him celebrating with his teammates. Bang. Minnie goes down. Bang, down he goes again. Now here's Matt Scott. What about Matt Scott from the Cowboys? Bang, down he goes. Bobcat Ryan scores a try in his very last game of rugby league. No better way to celebrate than jump on a Bobcat. Bang, down he goes. Let's go to the American football. Here we go. Bang. What a celebration. Down he goes. Now this woman's just won an event at a World Championship here. The mascot gets in there and does his best. Carrying her around, bang. What about the soccer player here? What about this slide? Bang. Bang. Fantastic stuff here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know on our panel and on our show tonight we have some of the world's greatest commentators. Fatty has been an outstanding commentator for years and years and years. Slats is doing a wonderful job on the cricket, and Ray Hadley's on a little bit later on, one of the all-time great commentators. But I want you to listen very closely at this. This was in a rugby game, a Super Rugby game. I think it was last weekend between the Hurricanes and some other side. I forget who it is. Listen to this commentary very, very carefully.
Try and open up a few cracks in the Hurricanes' defence, maybe.
Let's have one more look at that. Just have a listen very closely here. Have a listen.
Try and open up a few cracks in the Hurricanes' defence, maybe.
I think that's outstanding, but we didn't get a great laugh from the audience. Ladies